Good morning, Aimfit crew. It has been a while since I have done a video, so I'm going to make this really quick. This is a video to do with mobility. So I had on the board mobility for runners, but really it's mobility for everyone every day. So I put a line through it and just put mobility for life. So the first stretch that I'm going to show you how to do is, most of you will be familiar with. We do this in a lot of our warm-ups or at the end of our routine, depending on the person, is the world's greatest stretch. So I would assume that it's called this because it gets into a lot of areas of the body. Okay, so beginner's version. Let's do this leg back on the knee and other foot is out front. Okay, we're going to have our hands on the inside of that foot. If you really struggle, put a hand either side, but ideally you want hands on the inside and then nice flat back, and that back leg is nice and straight as well. Okay, so if you struggle to get that back knee off the ground, you can keep it here. Then to intensify this stretch, we grab our inside arm, we rotate round so I can show you. Inside arm, flex like a bicep curl, push that elbow down as far as we can go. Okay, so a greater groin stretch, knee off the ground if you can, and then we're going to twist, bring our knee to our chest and chest to knee, get our fingertips up nice and tall and hold. Okay, sinking down low still, but keeping that even pressure on both feet and keeping that back leg nice and straight. And then ideally we would swap legs, hands on the inside, straighten that back leg, nice even pressure on both feet, nice and strong, squeezing glutes, hand up to the sky, so you're getting your thoracic mobility in here as well as your groin stretch. And working on some strength as well, having to press your palm into the ground and hold your legs in this position nice and low. All right, next stretch, 90-90. So we are setting up front leg out, 90 degrees, back leg, 90 degrees, feet are 90 degrees to your shins, and then this hand is nice and close to our hip. So it's sitting here, we're aiming to get this front leg to the ground, keeping our back nice and flat. If you can get that leg onto the ground, then we're also going to hinge forward. Okay, so as far forward as you can with a nice flat back. And then you will swap sides and repeat on the other side. And if you can, you're coming up and over. I'll show you from the front. Up and over without putting the hands on the ground. So really working through, really working through your core strength here. Twist, 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 and twist. So when you swap sides, you're keeping your hands off the ground. All right, open books, chest opener, and thoracic mobility again. Okay. Knees are bent, stacked on top of each other. Make sure I'm in camera here. And on the ground here, okay? Palms are down, keeping our hips stacked and our knees and feet stacked on top of each other. Support with the core, so we're not letting our muffin tops hang over our shorts, or Easter egg bun tops hang over our shorts. I can't believe the Easter muffins are out already. Anyway, I digress. So open books. Aiming to get these fingers behind on the ground. And then close. And repeat on the other side. Okay, so I'll turn over so you can see where the hands end up here. And ideally, fingertips on the ground. Okay, but everything else is still stacked and nice and forward. So that's working on your thoracic mobility, okay? This part of your spine. Next, piriformis, aka glutes, can be done a number of ways. Okay, most common, this one here, let me come into shot. This one here, alright, and pushing that bent knee out as much as we can. So you can do a lying down version. You can pull this leg in to make the stretch a lot greater. You can do an elevated version. So if you had a step, like I've got the jump box, you can put this front leg up on that step and lean forward into it as well. You can do a seated version. So you don't have to get down on the ground. You can bring it here, or if you're at the office, sitting at the desk, just do it while you're sitting in your office chair, and you would bring that leg across and then nice flat back and lean forward a little. Okay, last one, child's pose. So not quite a stretch, but you can turn it into a little bit of a back stretch. So when you're in child's pose, I like to do a nice wide leg for the hips, and then we stretch forward, fingertips out as far as they will go. That is your child's pose. If you wanted to work on shoulder mobility, bring those thumbs up, head down. Okay, so as you sink back into it, try not to move these hands back. So you walk them out as far as you can, thumbs up to the sky, head down, and get some nice deep breaths in there. So that'll stretch through your back and under the arms. Okay, so that is 5 moves for you. There's 5 moves. Mobility really for life, not just for runners, not just for bodybuilding, not just for those who exercise. Like if you're having a bit of an off day and you don't feel like doing much at all, just get down onto the floor, get some mobility work in, and you'll feel better for it. Alright, Aimfit crew, stay tuned. These videos will be happening a little bit more regularly with running and lifting.